See, this is where a lot of people get it wrong. Um, they think God in their own way, not not having revelation of who He is. Because honestly, we can never understand the fullness of God because He is eternal being and we are created being. See, a lot of people think God as a human being. You know, God have eyes, the way we see things, the way He sees, and we totally wrong. See, the Bible says God is spirit, and those who worship Him should worship Him in a spirit and truth. See, God is spirit, and the spirit in Hebrew is, I think it's ruach, which means like air. You don't know where like wind. I mean, you don't know where the wind comes from. You don't know where it goes. You don't know. So it's hard to understand the fullness of God because we just created and He's a creator. So we can only understand Him somehow once we receive revelation from Him, once He reveal Himself who He is. See, when it comes, for example, in Christianity, we call God Father, not because God is a man. God is either female or male because He's a spirit. Spirit doesn't have a gender. The reason why we call Him Father, because He's a source of everything. He's a creator. See, man, we have seeds in us, and the female have eggs. We introduce seeds in the female, and the female they fertilize the seed, and boom, we have a human. So calling God Father is one of the spiritual lingua. Did I say it right? Spiritual language, spiritual dictionary, if I'm saying it right. So it's a spiritual word which means He's a source of life. It's just another way of saying that God is a source of life. Call Him Father. But it doesn't mean God is a man or is a male figure. See, I don't even think even angels understand the fullness of God because they also created being. See, see, God so loved the world and He gave His begotten Son, who we call Jesus. That's when the confusion started because Jesus is God and people, they look at Jesus like a human being. See, we call Jesus Son of God. Son of God is is um is one also of the spiritual language. Sons means image. If I have my son, they're gonna look like me. And people will be saying, well, wow, photocopy. They're your twins, your babies are your twins. So so the reason why we call Jesus Son of God, not because God gave birth to Jesus, is Jesus is an image of God. So God loved the word and He decided to give it to us, His image. He decided to manifest himself between us, among us, so we can understand his heart. We can understand who he is. So he decided to come down and take a form of a human being. Like I say, God doesn't have any form. He takes a form of anything. Just like how spirits can take form of anything. Literally, you can have a dream and you see fire talking to you. That's a spirit. Or you can have a dream and see a tree talking to you. That's a spirit. Decided to take a form of tree for some reason. So God took a form of a human being and we call him Jesus. So we can understand his heart. We can understand who he is. And that's why his other name is Emmanuel. God with us. So Jesus, the Bible says the fullness of Godhead was in Jesus. And that's why he said, I don't remember the scripture, but he once said, before Abraham, I am. And they wanted to stone him. Because remember, the other name of God is I am. That's how he introduced himself in Mount Sinai to Moses. And that's why Jews wanted to stone him. So we should not look at God like we fully understand who he is. We should look at God and how he introduced himself, on how he all these like revelations that he gave it to us like his son, and say his son, his image that we could see. Because I think if God comes to us and reveal himself, I don't think if we can, I don't know if we can see, like right now we can see the fullness of God. Because it's a spirit. So we should stop think of God as a human being. We should stop think God like, I don't know. Because even when the Bible, even okay, we should stop thinking about like God as from our head. We should allow him to reveal himself who he is. And he already revealed himself who he is through his son, his only image. When we say begotten, special image. Because Jesus, he had a fullness of God in him. I hope it makes sense to some of y'all. And I was really wanted to share this after I watched some few of Reels videos of people getting confused if Jesus is God or not. I hope it makes sense. Stay blessed.